Are you working on a sewing pattern that has some pleats? This is the front of a blouse and there's going to be a couple of pleats in the front. I've got 2 layers of fabric for both sides of the front of this blouse. I'm going to show you how I mark it and sew it together. There's different ways of marking, but I'm going to use pins. I find it a quick, simple way to get what I need marked up. So you notice I'm marking the end and along this line, making sure these pins are going all the way through to the other side of the fabric. I'll flip that over. I'm going to use a friction pen to mark my fabric because it's great, the ink disappears with heat. But there's lots of different marking tools out there to use, and I'm using the length of the pin underneath the fabric to mark, and the ends I'm putting a little horizontal line as well, just to help me when I'm sewing it, really, to show where the end of this pleat is going to be. So that's marked on that side. There's a second piece of fabric, so I'll turn that back over. Now I'll turn my pattern piece over. This is a hand-drawn pattern piece. It's out of the Bird of Style magazine, and you have to trace off the pattern. So I'm gradually removing the pins over and marking those lines. And again at the ends, just putting a little horizontal line to help me show me where the end of this pleat is. Now I can remove the pattern piece. And here's my 2 lines that have been marked, ready to be pinned in place. One way to mark it is to put a pin in one and put the end of the pin in the other half, like so. I could do the same with the other side, so put the pin in this end. I'll push these pins together. That's marking where this pleat is. That matches up good enough for me. So that's the pleat there, ready to take to the sewing machine. My pleat is marked. I've got a pin for the start, where to follow the line down, and a pin to finish. I'm going to start my sewing. And follow along the line that I marked. So this is my pleat, stitched and pressed from the sewn side. And now on the pattern I'm making, it says to press the pleat towards the centre of the garment. So I'll lay that flat there, press it over, make sure it's flat, and the stitching is here. So just press that stitching in place there. So now on the right side of the garment, there's my pleat, ready to finish the rest of making this blouse.